Every 4 years, the best political photographers in the AP come here to Iowa to cover the caucus and the kickoff of the presidential election season. I'm David Ake, and this is the first in a weekly series of slideshows of the work of those photographers as they cover the campaign all the way to November.
It was the day after Christmas, and not a politician was stirring in Iowa, except for Rick Santorum, who took advantage of the holiday break to go hunting. Photographer Chris Carlson donned an orange cap and vest and went with him. For political photographers, usually constrained by security and advance people, Iowa is paradise because you can roam free, and you never know what you'll stumble upon, like a sea of plastic hands reaching for the candidate. Charles Darapak made this image in a mall in Mason City, Iowa. Mostly photographers spend a lot of time in coffee shops as candidates look for support one voter at a time. The light was perfect for this moment by photographer Evan Vucci of Michelle Bachmann looking for that vote. Eric Gay found himself in a restaurant with a laughing Rick Perry. The trick here is to be patient and wait for the candidates to react, and to keep the shot clean, not an easy task in a room crowded with other media. Candidates make several stops a day and spend a fair amount of time waiting for their turn to speak. Rick Santorum gave a thumbs up when it was his turn in this frame captured by Charlie Niebergall, and Ron Paul went for the more formal wave in this photo by Charlie Riedel. Once it's time to speak, there is rarely a fancy stage. Often candidates just stand on a chair. Charlie Riedel went for the high angle to show the scene as Mitt Romney, standing on a chair, talks to voters. Volunteers are relied on for staging and atmosphere. Some days they are, well, less than enthusiastic. Chris Carlson made this picture. When candidates aren't speaking, they're usually found signing autographs or shaking hands. Charlie Niebergall snapped this of Rick Perry in a crowd of supporters in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Or they are found talking to the media. Eric Gay backed up a little and used the television cameras to help him frame this picture of Newt Gingrich answering questions. It's important for photographers to remember to turn around and show what's happening around the candidates. Eric Gay made this man listening to Rick Perry. Evan Vucci caught staffers holding up homemade cue cards for Michelle Bachmann. And Charlie Darapak caught this quiet moment as Paul supporters pray during the Veterans Rally. Not all of the Republican candidates spent the week in Iowa. John Huntsman skipped the caucus and instead stumped in New Hampshire. We sent Elise Amendola to track him down, and she made this frame during a town hall by shooting through the backstage curtain and using a small aperture to cause the TV lights to flare. So what does the only Democratic candidate for president, Barack Obama, do while the Republicans are battling for a place on the ticket? He gets to sit this one out and take a vacation. Eric Riesberg made this frame. This was too funny to pass up. We started this slideshow with the premise that you never know what you'll see in Iowa. So it seems appropriate to end the same way with this image by Charlie Darapak of Ron Paul posing for a picture with a supporter and his dog.
That last picture puts a whole new spin on Best of Show. From Des Moines, I'm David Ake, The Associated Press.